I am 2 wins away from potentially making 150,000 stubs in the Weekend Classic, and things got sweaty. Now for this video, it's gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna be doing a voiceover, but I'll show you the last 2 games of my Weekend Classic and the packs that we earned from it. It is different and a voiceover just because I wasn't able to play on stream or technically off stream. I just recorded because I didn't have much time to play, okay? But I wanted to bring you guys the gameplay of it because I don't usually play a ton of Legend games, and these 2 games were on Legend. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, but let me know down in the comment section below if you do enjoy this kind of video, and let me know what did you do this Weekend Classic. Go ahead and jump into the games.
And here we go. For game 1, we're going to be facing the new Nate Pearson. John Donaldson is going to be facing 4 lefties, and this is my first game with John Donaldson after my perfect game. And he wasn't 100% on energy, but I had to use him. Nobody else was there. And that is 1 perfect inning there for Donaldson, so 10 innings in a row if we're counting. Now, as far as facing Nate Pearson, he was a little bit tough at first. First time seeing him to probably the extreme moment back in MLB 21 or whatever it was. But we put the ball in play. These games are on Legend, so I'm not necessarily a Legend player, but we did hit 3 weekly hit fly balls there for our first inning. Now, as we move to the second, we're trying to remain perfect with John Donaldson. We're gonna get Aaron Judge there looking, Kyle Schwarber to ground out to first for out number 2, and 1 out away from 11 straight perfect, and we will do that. Bottom of the second, Jason Dominguez, boom. No doubt home run for Jason Dominguez. That will put us on the board with an early 1-0 lead, and that's exactly what we needed. We needed to get out first, get the early lead, as John Donaldson is going to remain just going to cruise. That's going to be back-to-back strikeouts here in the 3rd inning. 5 strikeouts already. Make it 6 strikeouts through 3 innings for John Donaldson. Another 3 perfect innings. Bottom of the 3rd, we're going to lead off the inning with Jamer Candelario. That's going to be another solo shot, giving us a 2-0 lead. So a 2-0 lead for us, that's not bad. We're definitely going to need some more runs as we hit a deep fly ball with Carlos Beltran. I thought that was getting down, but it didn't. And going over to the 4th inning, and there goes the perfect inning streak for John Donaldson. That is going to be a leadoff double with 97 speed there with Carlos Beltran. So right now I'm just trying to leave him stranded. Pops it up there for to second base for out number 1. We get Bryce looking, so right now I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling, well, we'll be able to leave him stranded. Well, Aaron Judge has other plans, or does he? We get the throw home, and he was caught in between. We get him at 3rd base, and we do leave the runner stranded after a leadoff double, and that was huge. We do go for the bottom of the 4th. This was a quick 1-2-3 inning for us. Just a dotted 4-seam there from Pearson with outliers. It's tough to catch up. We go to the 5th. Strikeout. Another one. We got 8 of those with Donaldson. Make it 9 as Carlos Santana goes down swinging. And then Corey Seager is going to hit a weekly hit fly ball to left center field. We got our Brian Reynolds there for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 5th. He's dotting. He's feeling good now with Nate Pearson after... I think I was putting up some better swings at the beginning of the game, and then he kind of figures us out a little bit. And we went back-to-back strikeouts there. But we still got a 2-0 lead. Now, here in the 6th, we got to keep in mind that we weren't 100% energy with Donaldson, and that's going to be back-to-back singles. 70 speed is heading to 3rd. We tried to throw him out. We were not able to. He was able to get back with Bernie Williams to first, but honestly, it did not matter because Carlos Beltran hit a 3-run home run on us. And yeah, we're down 1 here in the 6th. He's starting to see John Donaldson. That's another base hit with Willie Castro. So at this point, I'm thinking about the bullpen, but he still had Bryce Harper, lefty-lefty. I'll stick with John Donaldson for the lefty-lefty, and then I bring in the righty for Aaron Judge. And it worked out perfectly because that circle change is going to get him looking. Then we're going to walk Kyle Schwarber. That was a tough at-bat, but we are able to escape the inning with Ben Joyce with a grounder to short. Now, we're down 1 heading into the later innings. Here in the 6th, we're going to start the inning off with a great swing by Joan Moncada into the left center field gap. We're going to get a leadoff double, and I'm trying to make sure we score this run, not like what he did, that he left the runner stranded. Bad swing from us with Carlos Beltran, unproductive out, and then all of a sudden he brought in Brendan Little. First time facing this card, probably the best cutter that I didn't know existed in the game. We're going to go ahead and bring in the Jose Ramirez pinch hitter for Bryce Harper after a intentional walk. And we're going to go ahead and tie this game up with an RBI single for Jose Ramirez. We still have runners in the corners with one out. So we need a big inning and take the lead back. But we are not able to do it, not on this swing from Carlos Santana, just not hit deep enough. 86 speed is still not going to be fast enough to score, so we got 2 outs. I wanted to give myself another chance, but we went down swinging with Jorge Posada. We go to the 7th. Blake training in. Corey Seager says, hi, Blake training. Training? Anyways, Blake is in the game, and we gave up the lead right back with a solo shot from that Corey Seager, which I will be trying out soon. I got him yesterday. We're going to be trying out soon. We do get Scott Rowland to hit a weekly hit fly ball there for out number 1. Bernie Williams, he was good for my opponent. That's going to be a 1-out single, and I'm trying to limit the damage, and I'm going to be able to do just that as we get Carlos Beltran to hit into a 6-4-3 double play. You don't hear that often. Now, bottom of the 7th, grounder to first. That's going to be our out number 1 with Jason Dominguez. Brian Reynolds, weekly hit to second. And again, this Brendan Little was giving me, it was giving me problems. Easy 1, 2, 3 for my opponent. We're going to the 8th. And at this point, I really cannot allow any more runs. That's going to be out number 1. Weekly hit to short with Bryce Harper. That's going to be out number 2. So Chapman is doing his thing. And that will be hit deep to center field. But Carlos Beltran will be able to make this play. And now we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. His pitcher, Little, is still there because I can't get a base hit. So John Moncada hits it weakly to right field, but then the first curveball of the game with this Brendan Little, Carlos Beltran did not miss it. And that is a tie ball game. And the 8th inning of Weekend Classic, it does not get much better than that. Then he went to the bullpen. Darren O'Day, I was seeing it well. That was a walk and then a 2-run bomb from Corbin Carroll, who came into the game for defensive replacement after we brought in Jose Ramirez, and he worked out perfectly. We're going to go ahead and take a 2-run lead, and that will be all we needed. Honestly, that's going to be a base hit. We wanted more. That was a very good swing by Jorge Posada, but it unfortunately died at the wall. That's going to be out number 2, and then, yeah, he got me with a dotted circle change there. But we are 3 outs away. Make it 2 after Kyle Schwarber goes down swinging. Carlos Santana puts up a decent swing, but we got Carlos Beltran over there at center field. And then Corey Seager. You got Joan Moncada with the yellow throw. It doesn't matter. We're able to, I guess, come back after giving up the lead. The offense wasn't great, but we came in the clutch here in the 8th inning, and that means we want to pack the Weekend Classic pack, which includes 2 solid options. We got Devin Williams there. That's going to be a bullpen help, hopefully. And then we get the guys that we did not have. We hit Mike Stanton is one of them that we didn't have, so we're going to add him to our collections because we got a collection coming. And then the second Weekend Classic pack, we'll take Grady Sizemore. That's going to be a milestone card, and Ryan Sandberg. Now we're going to go ahead into game number 6. In 2 of the video, we're facing Logan Webb, and I haven't seen Logan Webb in forever. So I'm like, maybe he's not that good. So we're going to start the game with a leadoff double with Carlos Beltran. So now I'm feeling pretty good. But, that's all we were able to do, especially after this backdoor sweeper dotted. He went back to it, dotted again with Jorge Posada. We were able to advance the runner, just not get a base hit, and then the sweeper wasn't backdoor that time. We were not able to check swing, and we're going to go down swinging there with Bryce Harper. Bottom of the first, Tarek Skubal on the bump. And I wanted to try out Tarek Skubal, and JD Martinez says, welcome. And welcome, Tarek Skubal. Here is the lead for my opponent with a solo shot. That was a great swing by my opponent. And after those 2 pitches, I knew that he was sitting on the fastball. And I was able to use that to my advantage as we get Ketel Marte swinging on that circle change. Now, top of the second, Carlos Santana, solid swing. Just trying to get something going offensively, but I was struggling. I go down swinging, but it became a little bit of a pitcher's duel for a few innings. Tarek Skubal is going to get Manny Machado to get a fly ball there for out number 1. We got Ted Simmons going to get a 1-out single. Fernando Tatis weekly hit to right field, so he does have a little bit of a budget team, but solid cars. Manny Machado obviously supercharged for this game. It was good. They got Babe Ruth there, and that will be out number 3 in the second. So we gave up the solo shot in the first, but not much there in the second. Now, I saw that pitch well, missed it with Brian Reynolds, not so much with Carlos Beltran. Another scoreless inning for us. Not a good start. I went back to the fastball there to get JD. Nothing done in the third for my opponent. In the fourth, we're going to get a leadoff single, 86 speed. I couldn't risk it because he did have PCA in center field, and obviously I knew that. And it won't matter, leadoff single, because we're going to hit into a 4-6-3 double play with Jorge Posada. Nothing done in the fourth for us. But nothing done for my opponent either, as we get Ketel Marte with the check swing, and then Manny Machado swinging. Moving over to the fifth inning, Jason Dominguez, weakly hit to center field. And again, I was putting up some of those worst swings I've put. He had me off balance. As you can see, every single pitch from Logan Webb was basically dotted, and it was very tough to hit. But Tarek Skubal was answering back. Here in the bottom of the fifth, that's going to be a grounder for out number one. We got Tatis, another weakly hit to right field. We got Bryce Harper there for out number two. And then not much done there offensively by my opponent either, even though that was a solid swing, and that will get down over the right fielder's head. Carlos Beltran is going to throw it in. So that's a 2-out double. I'm trying to avoid any 2-out rallies, and we'll be able to do just that. Are we? Carlos Beltran, perfect throw, play at the plate, 41 speed is just not enough. And my opponent knew that he wasn't hitting well, and I think that's why he was super aggressive on that one. So I don't blame him for that. Now, moving over to the sixth, Brian Reynolds. Not much. Look at that pitch. Dotted, dot. That one I didn't miss by that much, but at this point in the sixth inning, Logan Webb had all of the momentum. Another scoreless inning for the good guys. Here in the bottom of the sixth, we get PCA. Every time you get PCA out, it's a win. JD Martinez, especially after this game, big out number two there here in the sixth. And Tarek Skubal, again, gave up the solo bomb in the first, but not much since then. Even though we gave up a 2-out single here with J-Ram, he's trying to threaten. And I feel like at this point, if I gave up another run, it felt like game was over. It won't happen this time. Ketel Marte strikes out again on the circle change. We go to the seventh. Sweeper again with 2 strikes. That's a tough pitch to take. I wasn't in my A game. That's not I saw that pitch well. I saw a sinker. It was a cutter. We missed it with Jorge Posada. 2 outs here in the seventh. We need the offense, and this is when things started getting good. I saw that pitch well. That was a decent swing with Bryce Harper. Unfortunately, it won't fall in the left center field gap, and we're still down 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the seventh. But I was feeling good about Logan Webb. He got the pitch count up. We put some decent swings there in the top of the seventh. So here in the bottom of the seventh, we get 2 quick outs here with Manny Machado and Ted Simmons, and Tarek Skubal dealing at this point. We get Fernando Tatis swinging. Going to the top of the eighth here, it's going to be leading off with Carlos Santana, weakly hit for out number one. And we finally get a perfect swing with Jason Dominguez. And we got to make sure we get to 276 speed. We are able to do just that. Runner in scoring position, that is a time run. Go ahead, run at the plate, and that will do it for Logan Webb. And Luke Weaver comes in. We work a walk, and that was a great at-bat by Jamer, and ended up being a huge at-bat as we get Brian Reynolds with an RBI single. Jason Dominguez, who had the base hit earlier, will come around to score and tie the game up. Brand new ball game. And we're not done. Brian Roberts, my new second baseman for this game, RBI single. We do have the runners in the corner still with decent speed. And usually you score a lot of runs via the home runs. We didn't do that. We were able to manufacture and find runs with base hits. That was going to be a run anyways. Instead, he does get out number 2 with Beltran, but we do put up another one, 3-1, and one more time. Willie Castro with an RBI single, making it a 4-1 game. So Tarek Skubal is now in line for the win. We are up 3 in the bottom of the 8th, but we want more. We want more. Jorge Posada puts up a very good swing, just late, but very good swing deep to center field. That ball would have been sent 500 feet in old Chillwoods, but we got a big inning. We put up 4 in the 8th. Now we're 6 outs away from walking away with the dub and getting the main spotlight pack. So here's Skubal. Babe Ruth again into the right center field gap. That's going to be a leadoff double. And because that's a leadoff double, he does have a righty coming up, I believe, at this point. So we had to go to the pen because we couldn't do it. And we brought in Devin Williams. It's going to be a grounder. Runner advance. We got lucky. Didn't hit the back there because it could have been bad. So PCA is going to be pinch hit. He's going to bring in Mr. Aaron Judge. We're going to get him with a strikeout. And then JD Martinez does it again. A 2-run bomb, second of the game. All RBIs by JD Martinez makes it a 4-3 game. And that's why those runs in the eighth, those extra runs in the eighth were huge. We're still up one. We're able to get J-Ram, but we need an insurance run or two. Solid swing there by Carlos Santana. Just unfortunately right at the second baseman there. We got Jason Dominguez going to be able to work the two-out walk. And then Jamer Candelario, we just got on top of it. So now 3 outs away. We're going to go ahead and bring in our closer, Darren O'Day. I knew he was geared up for the fastball, so O'Day was the perfect guy to bring in. Going to get one strikeout, make it 2, and then Ted Simmons will give him the changeup, a little roll me over, and Brian Roberts will throw it to first for out number 3, and we are able to come out on top and get the comeback win 4-3. Again, the offense was not there. The pitching was, I was playing on a TV for a few days. It took me a few innings. That's my excuse. We got the May spotlights, and these are big. We could get an extra 60K or so. Our first pack, we're gonna go ahead and flip it, and we see the blue lights. Obviously, we'll get excited for blue lights around here. Center fielder TJ Fried. Anyways, we're gonna see his price. He's going for $29,460 plus. We're gonna go ahead and put him on the market and try to get some Stubs there. We ended up selling him. And then the second May Spotlight pack, we get another blue lights, back-to-back blue lights, and this is gonna be Mr. Randy Rodriguez. We don't have Randy Rodriguez, but as you saw, we have Bryce Harper, so we can go ahead and sell this Randy Rodriguez, and we're gonna make another 50 plus in this 2 sales. So GG's to the Weekend Classic.
I hope you guys enjoyed those videos. If you did, let me know by clicking that thumbs up and subscribing to the channel if you haven't. But that will be it for this Weekend Classic, and I'm already ready for the next one. I hope you guys are as well. But that will do it for me. This is YeYo, and I'll check it on the next one. And I'm out.